Hello, everyone. My name is Soumya Das, and I'm a senior CRM consultant with Avanad, and being a human in this AI space. Welcome, everyone, to the Global XR Conference 2023. And today, at this hour, I'll be hosting the following topic, which is learning by dancing, how Beiersdorf became Metaverse-ready. I'm going to quickly be pulling in two hosts, two speakers, my apologies, Christian Glessner and Arika Spence to the stage.
Hi, everyone.
Hi, Christian. Hi, Annika. Can you hear me?
Yes, perfectly. Can you hear
Hi.
us?
Yes, perfectly fine. So everybody, our noted speakers are here on stage. They're going to be talking about learning by dancing. Beiersdorf is all about skincare. Over 100 years, Beiersdorf has been a companion in a lot of people's life. Please join us in welcoming Christian Glessner and Annika Spitz on stage to take us on an exciting journey of Beiersdorf transition to Metaverse. I'm excited, energetic, and ready for it. So, please.
Thank you.
Thanks for the nice intro. Yeah, you are completely right, Soumya. So Beiersdorf is a heritage company, a big global skincare company, and I bet you all know NIVEA, right? And the blue tints. So from our grandmothers and mothers, we grew up with it, or with the NIVEA sunscreen. And yeah, what can we say? I mean, nowadays, continuous learning is key, especially also in big organizations. We really have to keep up with this ever-changing workplace, right? And I mean, this is besides our daily business. So we really have to learn so much new stuff that learning sometimes feels more like a burden instead of fun, right? But nevertheless, there is AI, there is the metaverse, there are new technologies. So still, we have to keep up with that. And this is why, in the end, we decided to dance our way into new technologies like AI and the metaverse. And the concept was quite nice. And this is why Christian and I are here today, because, yeah, we we also applied for an award, for the Digital Communications Award 2023, and we actually won that thing. And then we said, okay, maybe the content is even interesting for others as well. So maybe we should also just hand in the session at conferences and then also speak about it. And we really encourage you, if you have comments, if you are not in a rush to go to your dinner date, comment on the chat. We really want to try to also get a bit of conversation, maybe, or just hear out your opinion. I think the intro stated it quite nicely. We want to also hear your thoughts on it. But also, of course, first of all, you probably have to know about what we did. So before we start with the content, I would like to give you a short intro about early innovation at Beiersdorf. This is my department where I work. And you already said Beiersdorf is a global skincare company, and our portfolio contains many brands. And I bet you probably all know NIVEA, which is one of the most trusted brands and well-known brands in the world. But we also, for example,
all the names of NIVEA.
but we also have other great brands in our portfolio. For example, La Prairie, which is the most luxury skincare brand in the world. So there are products that cost starting point at 800 euros. So it's definitely not only NIVEA Beiersdorf owns. And in the end, the company has been delivering innovations for over 100 years already, and we want to continue to do so. And this is why we have this department. You see the logo there. It's called Early Innovation. And this is the powerhouse to really leverage the innovation resources and power across all of our brands. And of course, the main topic is still the formula, but we believe the future of skincare and also status quo is digitally augmented. And this is why there's even a dedicated team to drive digital innovation for the whole company. And this is basically where I work. And one of our initiatives is in fully remote innovation conference that we do mostly internally, and we host this every year. And during this internal innovation summit, we really test and experience new digital technologies in-house and make them tangible for our colleagues. Because as I mentioned on the last slide, we really have big brands in our portfolio. And imagine we just put something out there, we would put our brands at risk. And we know that with the great power also comes great responsibility, and we do not want to put our brands at risk. And there's always the risk to hurt the strong brand images, and therefore we believe in internal testing. And as I said, this internal innovation conference is a bit of a playground for us. You can see the logo on the right side. This year's motto was from how to wow, and of course everything was also centered around AI. You can see the image in the background. This is all AI generated. You will also hear from Christian later that we also used a lot of AI when we set up the metaverse. So for this year, we identified actually the combination of metaverse and AI as a very promising field and also playground to deliver added value for our consumers and eventually, of course, also the business. And we decided to launch an internal pilot in February during this innovation conference. But of course, we do not want to test waters on our own, and actually we also can't. And this is why we always look for the strong and the best partners. And this year we had a really strong partner at hand who brought our thoughts to life. And this is now the point where I want to pass over to Christian.
Yeah, thank you very much, Annika, for the intro. And yeah, it is really exciting to work with Beiersdorf. Actually, I worked with Beiersdorf already for many years together, and it's really a great company. And yeah, so my name is Christian Klessner, and I'm the founder and CTO of HoloLux. And yeah, so we don't want to spend too much time today with my introduction, but I really love what I'm doing. I'm really passionate about that topic. And so I'm happy to accompany Beiersdorf on their journey into the metaverse. So, and when you think about Beiersdorf and you see brands like NIVEA, you see really tradition, but on the other side, it feels a little bit, like a cozy old-aged home here because they have a very long background. And yeah, it's a little bit like you see on the left side. And now picture the future. It's bright, digital, and exciting. And that's exactly what the metaverse promises. So how do we merge these two? Our answer: for the Innovation Festival, we introduced a Metaverse party. But it's more than just a celebration. It is where Beiersdorf time-honored heritage embraces the pulsating promises of tomorrow. And the moon landing wasn't merely about Neil Armstrong's historic step or the technology. It symbolized the power of collaboration, of countless minds, countless people shared a united vision. And yeah, while video meetings facilitate conversations, they miss those accidental, unplanned moments that birth innovation. Our metaverse party bridged this gap, capturing the magic of spontaneous interaction and the digital world. In the same light, for many Beiersdorf employees, embracing our metaverse experience was a little bit like taking their own very first step on the moon. Yeah, and as with every pioneering venture, there are always hurdles to overcome. So our budget, less than 10K. Tight? Definitely. But true innovation isn't about unlimited resources, but about making the most out of what you have. So, and this is exactly like Annika already introduced before. This is why we use in this process AI. So I think that when was the Innovation Festival? It's now almost a year ago, beginning of this year. So Gen AI was quite new at this time. And so, as Annika mentioned already, the Innovation Festival was also, it's this year is the big AI year. It's not the biggest metaverse year. It's a really big year of AI. And for sure, it was a very important topic for the Innovation Festival was AI. And so we really wanted to bring that also, use AI wherever possible. And so we decided to actually, it was the very first time that we used AI in our concept phase, and we tried different things like Midjourney or DALL-E. In the end, for this concept, we really ended up with something that DALL-E has generated. And here you see some of the things that DALL-E generated when we asked it about, having a NIVEA brand with combined with party and metaverse. And so we actually liked pretty much this idea here that you see here. Sorry, maybe you see it here better, that you see here in the middle. And so we started with that concept, inspired by the AI. And we decided then, to go for this NIVEA tin, which is then in the clouds. And actually, we did the celebration then in a NIVEA tin. Let me see, maybe I zoom here in a little bit and show you a little bit more about what we saw. So let's see, you see, this is exactly, there's a lot of AI currently in Copilot. And actually, this was our concept Copilot in this case, because we took the ideas from the AI, and then you see we started then to hand it over to the concept artist, and we decided you have different levels. Like, for example, here is the gallery, and here's an auditorium area, and then we have a bar and a lounge area for people to meet. And then another concept is, you remember, there were many brands. It's not Beiersdorf, it's not just NIVEA, it's Eucerin, it is La Prairie. And so we decided to have different brand clouds where people could actually meet and inform themselves a little bit more about the different brands. And this is what you see here on the outside. We have this little brand lounges here. So and here's then the spawn point where you could enter these locations. So this is then when the process came from the AI envisioning to the concept artist. And it was pretty amazing. You see it also, like Annika mentioned, we won with this the DCA award for communication. And so the AI did in the concept phase a great job. But yeah, now we talked a little bit about it, so but maybe have a look at it, how it actually looks like. So what you also saw here, was the experience, and we use the spatial I/O, like you maybe have realized. We have chosen spatial I/O primarily because the web browser, so it was quite easy for people to join without a big burden of installation, and also Mesh wasn't available when we did this festival. And you also saw that there was the Gen AI gallery, and I think that was also a great concept from Beiersdorf, that actually the people were part of this. Annika will later on tell a little bit more about all around the Innovation Festival, but bringing in the people that they can show their own Gen AI images in that thing, I think that really helped to make them also part of it. And I think that was encouraged the people even more. Even the music that was in the event was the people could vote for which kind of music and bring that in. So it was kind of, make the event kind of part of yourself. So and when we see the metaverse, and later on we will come to the point Web 3, what we see is the metaverse is driven with different technologies. So we have the digital realms, what we just saw in that experience, which would not necessarily mean it must be virtual in the future. It can also be augmented reality. It's actually that everything gets somehow 3D. The internet kind of pops out of your screen or pops out of your AR glasses and extends your environment. So then we have the technology that enabled us is actually mixed reality, which is a real game changer, brings really the 3D and the immersiveness to the internet. And we also, because Spatial also allows join with Quest devices, with virtual reality devices, we also had that element in. And then there is something that I really see that people think somehow that AI would be more like, kills the metaverse or takes the place of the metaverse. But what many people don't see is actually AI is a big driver for the metaverse. And there are three aspects, and some of them we leverage even in our experience. So one aspect is that we exactly use with this tight budget that's the part why it's an enabler. It's because Gen AI, you see that already with DALL-E, you see that with Midjourney, you can already 2D image, and we use that really a lot, generate 2D images. But there are already applications that actually generates 3D models, or we use sometimes tools that even that currently can generate sky maps, what you see on the outside. And one also burden for metaverse is building 3D digital realms is actually quite expensive when you do that quite well. And with AI, you get the chance in the future to use Gen AI to maybe just enter, I need an environment like this and that, and then it actually generates it. So this is why AI is rather an enabler for the metaverse. And then there are completely other aspects about AI. For example, I'm not a big fan of talking to a box and say, "Hey Siri," and talking, with with a phone or with my Alexa behind. That doesn't feel natural. So actually, the metaverse is a perfect ground for AI. It can actually get a body, a shape, and it can show emotions. I just was it last week or 1.5 weeks ago? I was at the Tritex in Dubai. It's the largest global IT event, and yeah, somebody even present the idea of artificial life in the metaverse, AI that lives there, and kind of the genes are saved in the blockchain. So actually, AI is the metaverse is the perfect playground, grassground for AI, and this is also a very important aspect. You can much more naturally interact with AI. And then there's a third aspect of AI, how it comes into play is for it when we decided here to go for something more creative, inspiring with that NIVEA tin, but there are also cases in the metaverse with digital twins where you build really digital replicas of something, like say a factory. And then you can use AI to train, you can use the metaverse, the digital twin, to train AI. So we have a customer, as he also did a session here, and they train AI, or we had the challenge, we do it for data centers, and taking the pictures in the data center, so that many that we need for training AI is really hard. It's kind of impossible. And so we decided also to build digital twins and generate artificial data centers with with artificial data, and then train the AI, and then you can get millions of pictures within a short time frame. What would be possible? Impossible. So actually, AI is a big driver for the metaverse. And then the last aspect that we even also brought in this is Web3, or even more specific, because Web3 is also more like a philosophy. It is blockchain technology and NFT. When you're working with this, you need something, like ownership in a metaverse, or you may need a ticket to enter an event. And this brings me to the next part, which Annika takes over and tell a little bit more about the larger story, about what else was in this experience.
Yeah, so thanks, Christian, for all the explanation. So you already saw that with the right concept, so the HoloLux concept and our spatial metaverse part, try to tease our colleagues to make it a fun experience. But of course, you not only say, hey, we host a party, do you want to come, or something like this. I mean, the best parties are the ones where it's really hard to get in, right? So you really, I don't know, you have to know the right people, so that there is some kind of FOMO, that I know, okay, it's not easy to enter that party. And this was the concept from what you see on the left side, and where we integrated Web3, in this case, PO-ups, which are basically digital stickers. You can attach information to them, and you can mint it as an NFT, so as a non-fungible token. Then it would be on the blockchain. But if our colleagues weren't ready yet to set up a wallet, so an Ethereum wallet, then we also said, okay, you can also get the sticker via email. Then there was only a placeholder on the blockchain, so to say. They would not get it as an NFT. But anyways, there was basically a little barrier to enter the party. And as you can see, also for the big concept, so that you collect stickers when you attend the sessions that were part of our innovation conference, we made it quite easy. There were 4 stickers you could basically collect throughout the 2 days of our innovation conference. And if you collected 1 sticker, after the second day, we changed the information that was attached to the sticker, and we added a link, and that was then the entrance ticket to the metaverse party. So our colleagues got the link, they could click on it, and then they were able to enter our spatial room. So in the end, it was really a bigger journey throughout 2 days of our innovation conference. The one part were the stickers, the PO-ups that could be collected during the sessions. And this was also, of course, an incentive to also join the sessions, because colleagues from all over the world and from different departments were presenting their innovation territories. So we gave an incentive to join. But in the end, it was also good for our party because it was not like, yeah, okay, just come in. But we created this FOMO, and also what Christian mentioned earlier, even in the preparation phase, it was possible to be involved and to shape the party room with us. We had this image gallery. You also can see a bit here on the picture. There are little images in the middle part of the cream. And those pictures were generated by prompts that our colleagues gave to an AI. So, as Christian already said, they were able to create this image gallery together with us, and also they were invited to create the playlist with us. So basically, we tried to make it as tangible as possible and also to invite our colleagues early on. And then you can maybe show the next slide because I want to give a bit more concept. Yeah, this was actually the psychological phenomenon that we use, the bouncer effect. So we really said, okay, we want to create artificial scarcity for this party. So people should have an incentive and should be curious actually to interact with Web3 and the metaverse, not telling them, okay, today you have to learn how to mint a POAP or how to mint an NFT, but rather say, hey, look, there are those cool stickers. You only have to scan a QR code. And if you do that, only then you can come to our closing party. And I think the GIF puts it quite nicely. You're not going to get in. And this was really a hook for our colleagues to interact with the technology.
Do you know who is the most famous door bouncer in the world?
Yes, it's the guy here next to me in Berghain, so Berlin, right?
Yeah, it's actually Sven Marquardt. We just bring him in here. So he's actually the most famous door bouncer. And indeed, as you said, it's kind of the Berghain effect. When I'm even in USA, the people tell me about the Berghain, and they're really, really famous for their door policy that you cannot get in. And that's really exactly, I think Berghain is the perfect example of the bouncer effect. I think it's much about the hype about the Berghain, is about the don't get in. Actually, it's not the best club in the world when you see it, but they make that really with that very hard door bounce that get really, really famous. So, Annika, we actually did kind of something like the the Berghain of the metaverse.
Exactly. And actually, before when we prepared the slides, the first picture here was actually Sven Marquardt. But then we said, okay, maybe that's too crazy. So here's a bit on what did we do? How was the whole journey? You can see the QR code, you could scan it, and then you could claim your sticker. So here in the mock-up, you can see they even entered only an email address. And then you could get your sticker and your POAP. And in the end, as I said, after day 2, we uploaded the link attached to the sticker. Everybody had to check their stickers again. And then they got the access link to our spatial closing metaverse party. And that was basically the overall journey we designed, or not we designed, but our partner Benjamin Latzko designed for us. And we nicely integrated also here to external partners. So Benjamin Latzko from Latzko Studios helped us to design the whole journey and also to integrate Web3 and the POAPs. And then as the grand finale, we had the spatial party room from HoloLux that Christian did for us. So I think in the end, two very nice partners together. So I think when we go to the next slide, we can also see that for us as a client, it was a very nice end result, because we showed that the metaverse and also NFTs, crypto, Web3 is actually accessible. The barriers are low, so you can already use it. It's not something where you have to get your IT diploma in order to get there. I think also, Christian, you did a very nice job with the avatars. So also there, it was really easy to customize your avatars. Then we really showed that it's innovative, that we really do something new. And what we said earlier, earlier, it was also so being there when we started our presentation, you could see the avatars dancing in our little cream tin. That was nice. So in the end, we said, yeah, let's go. The brands are now really on fire to explore more. And this is also something that is the goal of early innovation, because as I said, we are early, so we're not going to launch it with the brands. We're not working for one specific brand. But if the brands like NIVEA, La Prairie are taking up the inspiration and they're working now on projects, then I think we really did a great job. So
yeah, and as you've just seen, we have progressed from hesitant steps to a confident leap. We've danced into the metaverse, and Beiersdorf isn't just ready, they're thriving in these new dimensions. So thank you very much for watching our session.
yeah, thanks a lot. And I mean, you saw also now some very nice visuals, and maybe as a teaser, maybe you should keep your ears and eyes open. So hopefully by the end of the year, we will also have some consumer-facing solutions out there, and you might be reminded of the look and feel you just saw.
Thank you so much. That was so inspiring. Well, I have a few questions now that you've got me excited on it. I guess I'll start with Annika. The official bouncer. What a concept. I mean, do you have any further ideas that you basically wanted to work on? If you could just probably share with us.
What do you mean with the
Ideas
bouncer?
for the future, like similar to the official bouncer concept that you showed. Do you have future ideas?
I mean, we actually look a lot into what's going on right now. Huh? So, of course, Christian said AI is all over the place. And what we did now, we used AI for image generation. And also, Christian used a lot of AI for the concept. But there are also very nice AI tools on how to extend brand campaigns. So, one of the examples that I love is, for example, the whole activation around the Barbie movie this year. There were really AI tools, very easy, or like, I don't know if you can remember Elf Yourself. This was
Yeah.
a little Christmas thingy. You just put your face in the camera. It was a little video and you could dance. And Barbie did similar things. It's super easy. You just become part of the campaign. People were posting user-generated content all over the place. Barbie was everywhere. And I mean, of course, we should leverage that also for our brand. So I'm really looking into, yeah, brand campaign extensions via AI. And then
So Annika, for you, I transformed Barbie. Oh,
Well, that's a cute Barbie.
yeah. And then Samia, we also, I mean, also La Prairie is there. They have they are serving ultra high net worth clients. So also there are various ideas. It always also depends on the strategy. So also I work more as an internal consultant. I'm not executing, but what you say, I try to inspire. I look out for cool new concepts, look at what are other industries doing as well. How can we do that? And especially, I mean, in luxury, we don't have to discuss. We have Louis Vuitton doing something else every day. We have Gucci thriving in Gen Z. I mean, every Gen Z interacted with Gucci on like Roblox, Zipito in Asia. That's like crazy. And I personally am not working on any projects because I'm then going to the brands, but I can promise we are working on concrete projects. And as said, this year something's gonna happen, but this is it for the moment.
and also some things that we can tell meanwhile, because of this, Beiersdorf was one of the Mesh private preview customers. And so we did also a lot with Microsoft Mesh with Beiersdorf. In many cases in area of HR and employee engagement and employee branding. It might be that we also will hear something about this also soon. So there are things in the future. There are even things between this. So there's a lot going on. So yeah, exciting times ahead, I would say.
Thank you very much, Annika and Christian. I think one, probably two more questions, I guess. So, Christian, what's your hardest part in this? If you could just probably talk through some of the challenges that you face, probably not day to day, but then even if once in a while, if you could just maybe share a few words on that.
Yeah, the challenges that you really have is, and that was here really a challenge, is in many times, especially for kind of this, yeah, early innovations or something, you sometimes have a tight budget. And so in building 3D environments, when you make that really good, we have actually a quite large team where you have concept artists, technical artists, 3D environment artists, property artists, shader artists. And so it's really, it's hard to build something that stands out with that limited budget. And it was really the first try when we then said, okay, this budget is quite limited, and also the topic is here for everybody. The whole event was a lot about AI, and so we said we really want to go with this and use also AI a lot of that process. And actually, for us, it was the first time that we used this because it was just short about ChatGPT and everything becomes famous. And meanwhile, we have that really after this events integrated in our design flow, and we're doing more and more also with AI. And that helps especially with tighter budgets, to create something cool. And AI becomes really part of our co-pilot, our concept co-pilot. So let's say this event was not only positive for Beiersdorf. It's not that it's you work together, and also with Benjamin, with the POAP, it's somehow it inspires each other, and we use that event to play with AI, and actually we take with us that it worked quite well, and so we really integrated that in our project. So it was for everybody. It was a win-win project somehow.
Yep. Thanks for that. I guess in this networking combined with innovation world, what's the most exciting part for you, Christian?
The most exciting part.
Yes. What do you get most excited with?
Yeah, it's most exciting when you finish that environment and people really go in and you see they really have fun, and you see how they enjoy it, and they do pictures and they love it. And I think that's just somehow, yeah, it's a big moment when you take that live, when you bring it live, and then people really, you see that they love it and they enjoy it. This, I think, is the biggest moment for me.
That's cool. Thank you so much. I'll probably check one thing, but then yes, I guess that's probably it. But thank you so much for your time, Christian and Annika. I know it's quite late, but then yes, I think thank you for this superb session. See you there.
Happy Friday and happy dinner now.
Bye.
Bye.
Good night.